Hey guys, hey. Um, okay, so I want to kind of start off with I know that I see subscribers coming, and I know that I have a lot of my videos locked. So I kind of just want to hit on the point. My channel is pretty random. As much as I have tried to get like a planned dynamic, so to say, with my information, it has never worked out that way. And it probably never will. I am all air and I just speak when have time and when I can. And then a lot of times I won't speak and then I got so much to talk about, so it's all coming when I have a chance to record. So bear with me and I try to do my best not to talk in circles. Um but trying to like plan out material is something I have seriously stressed myself on because there's so much I want to hit on and talk about, and it's just every time I do it, I seriously delay everything and then nothing comes into, existence of me doing it. So I can't worry about that. And then it was coming to me. So I was thinking about this yesterday that in a sense, I'm not supposed to do that. It's that we're breaking away from like the orthodox. Okay. So in a sense, to just go with the flow spiritually, the way that we are supposed to is unorthodox and it's not planned by us. So there's no point of trying to plan it. Um, there was something else I was getting yesterday in the point of being dismissive of our own talents and gifts. Maybe this is just to the feminine, I'm not sure. But as far as we are each given certain gifts to be used, this is why they're given. And there's a lot of us who are dismissing those talents and not implementing them into our daily lives and our works, our spiritual works that you're supposed to use them for at this time. So just do not be dismissive. We tend to dismiss a lot of things, a lot of our positives. We pay attention to the negatives, we dismiss the positives. That's just humanity. You don't want to pay attention to the negative aspects of yourself. You rather do it, pay attention to everybody else's, throw judgment on others but not ourselves, things of that nature. Like, make sure that you are accountable, holding yourself accountable for the things that you're supposed to be doing here. Um, we might not have all pinpointed our exact purpose as of now, but I think this whole journey has led us to navigate it in the correct direction. Um, and we have to trust that. So let's talk about trust really quick. I gotta make this shorter, but I will be getting back on this topic because it's really big. So there's a lot to say. I'm going to go back to last Tuesday and talk about trust. And not necessarily doubt, because I don't doubt, but I just need to know, which is not the same as doubting. Um, I had asked because obviously through this process, I have realized that the divine is completely real, the angels are completely real. Um, but I was also thrown this concept, which is true. I've thought about this throughout this process and in my entire life. Like, do our thoughts become reality just because we think about it? Like our belief systems. We're taught this, they become our thoughts, and then they become our belief systems. Okay, and this is in a sense true. This is in a sense true. Um, and this is why spirit and this whole awakening process has happened, because you need to be taught the truth through spirit, not through man. This is the point. Um, so I was really contemplating that, okay, because a lot of this is the connection through spirit but the mind fully understanding it. Okay. And we can go, that goes so deep. Like, we can go so many avenues with this. Okay. When it goes to biblical, to science, you can go to so many avenues to understand that this is the truth. Um, so I wanted to confirm, I guess I would so to say, that information that I'm given, which I've talked on my channel, the hardest thing to do within this process is being able to differentiate between your thoughts and guidance in the beginning, because you do think it's your thoughts. You don't, until you search, then clearly it's brought to you, multiple times. There's no denying of its truth. You still go through this process of, is it my thoughts? Are all these coincidences just me? Before and then you continue to research or whatever, and you find, and you're guided, and you kind of have your dreams or whatever you have. Everybody has a personal story to tell. I can't go into mine because it take forever. But I will upload the videos because I've talked about it before. Anyway, so I really sat down and I was just praying. I wouldn't even say meditating, just praying. And in a sense, asking for something to be brought to me, knowledge. And I mean, I've had this happen to me before, where things have been brought to me that I never known, obviously, throughout this process. But it was like things that had existed and could have came into like my thought pattern, and I didn't hear it but subconsciously held on to it. I don't know. So I just wanted to make sure, you really have to, it's okay to question and test. So I had asked for some type of guidance from somebody other than the angels, or some type of spirit or name that I was not aware of, that I have never been taught, that I do not know, I have never been shown, to just verify that the knowledge that I'm given, which I don't know why I got to keep verifying, but I do. And I just, in a sense, I just thank God that He is so patient with me. Because I do. I will always ask for confirmations and stuff, which you do have to, but it's like to the point when it's like you should just trust and know already. So I'm so, like, the patience that I have learned through the divine kind of makes me laugh, because they are so very patient, so very patient. Not just with me as an individual, but with humanity as a whole, that's for sure. Um, but that patience is coming to an end. We know that. Enough is enough. So I was sitting, and I had been, after this, I had been watching Princess Diana. And so this entire day, and the mother kept coming to me. She came to me through a few YouTube videos, and then this guidance or spirit, or was also of divine feminine, and queens. I kept getting this queens and like the feminine hierarchy. Okay, this kept being brought to me on Tuesday when I was had prayed earlier about these signs. And I was sitting on the couch, and I guess I was kind of thinking how the feminine has put in the most work thus far, or these were just my personal emotional 3D feelings. But in the sense, it's the truth of the 5D as of now. Not for long, but as of now. And so I guess I was just not angry, but like, in a sense, like, how is that even fair? Like, and just whatever. Um, kind of just talking to him. And so I heard this name, Eliza. Eliza. Greek goddess, Eliza, Greek goddess. Okay. So as I was hearing Eliza, Greek goddess, then Metatron showed up. Zaniel showed up, or Haniel showed up. There was another one who showed up, Raphael, and I believe Ragiel. And the reason why they showed up, I had called them, okay? Because when I had heard the Eliza, I, in a sense, went through my spiritual walk and through my whole life, if I can feel something that I am not aware of, am not comfortable of, I've always called the angels for protection since a little girl. Like, since I can't even, since I was like 6 and in my bedroom, terrified that my toys were going to come alive. And I put my head in and I just call on the angels to protect me and I go to sleep. And I do this every single night of my life. Um, until I don't even know what I can remember. I've always called out and asked for God's angels to come over me and protect me. This has been a natural thing that I have done my entire life. Um, so I have always known the angels, so I wanted something that I didn't necessarily know. I just needed to be brought in something new. Okay. Um, and asking you shall receive. This is the truth. So this was brought into me, this Eliza. So I had called on, I just started calling angels because I was uncomfortable. I didn't know, like, and Eliza, is this real? Um, I just call for protection to make sure that anything coming to me is absolutely okay, and which it is. I've never had something come to me that wasn't. That could literally, well, that I could literally see or see. I could feel but never see. Okay. Um, and I gotta thank God for that too, because I don't want to see shit that isn't for me to see, and I've always said that in my whole life. I don't want to see shit, but there was a once that I have actually seen like a spirit, like actually seen it. I was 14. Anyway, I'm getting so off topic. Anyway, and I guess, well, while we're talking about this, I will say that this whole journey is really just understanding that the spiritual world is completely real and completely here. I think anybody on the twin journey or whatever you want to call it, divine masculine, divine feminine, if you've like awoken or whatever, you understand it's because the spiritual world is absolutely real and you're absolutely here to do your damn part because you have whatever contract, number one connection, whatever it is. And I really believe as the collective, we can all completely agree that that is like this, what you've learned is how real it is and how here it is and how in the 3D it is here, whether you see it with your eyes, we see it, we hear it. Some see it a lot, others hear it more. I'm a hearer for the most part, and a dreamer. Um, okay, so Eliza, she has come to me and I had Googled her up. Googled, obviously, I'm going to research what came to me. So when I first Google Eliza, Greek goddess, the only thing that pops up is Eliza, the meaning of it in Greek. That's the only thing that I could find in the first place. So when I popped up Eliza, Greek goddess, I think that's what I did. And then Eliza, the meaning of the name in Greek came up, which was oath of God. Okay. That's all I could find. So I was like, well, maybe that's just what I was being told. Like maybe it wasn't a spirit, maybe I was just hearing and okay. So then I left it alone. And then Saturday, my daughter had mentioned to me somebody, Eliza, that she wasn't getting along with, who I've never heard of. She says she said her name before, but I've never heard of Eliza. So it was funny to me that, of course, she's bringing up this name now. So then I go back. I knew it wasn't a coincidence. I go back and I continue to search this name. And I'm led to finding the Greek goddess Dido. Well, she wasn't Greek. The Greeks had like written about her, but she was not Greek. She was from Carthage, the queen of Carthage, okay? And she had fled from in Tyre, um, which leads to King Solomon and the temple. Um, so she has fled. There's a whole story about her. I'm gonna go through that in my next video. My point is to seriously have faith and ask for anything. Um, I know sometimes it can be hard, like, is this just me? Is this just my mind? But it's not. This shit is so real. It's insane. It's seriously so humbling. This is the thing in this journey, in this walk, will make you humble yourselves. It truly will make you humble yourselves. Um, in a way that most people can't even imagine. Because you can humble yourself to another person that's in this form, but can you truly humble yourself to the divine, and to your creator that you cannot see? Can you do that? And are you truly a child, that can see what needs to be seen? I'll remain strong in saying that your deep knowing is going to be tested, and this is why it's taken so long to build it. You had to build your knowing because it will be tested. Things are to come and it will be tested. You better stand firm in what you know and understand what's happening and why it is happening. There was a girl that was talking about she was, I believe, in Florida. I believe in Florida. She may have been in Texas. I'll link the video. Um and there was just floods everywhere around her, but God had came to her in a dream, and she said that he said to her that he's putting his flames around her, protecting her. Nothing has happened to her home. She's still sitting there talking. Not one thing has happened to her home. She's still in her home talking. And that is truly what I have gained through this experience, is understanding that protection, that true protection, that true protection. If you are on this walk, there's a reason, and you are protected. If you are truly on this walk, I would say back home, or, you know, to where we're meant to be. So I just want to say follow God's lead. Um, Never be scared to ask him for things that you want. I wanted something to come to me that I've never known. And I've never known about the Queen of Carthage, and I never heard about Dido, and I've never known her. I've never heard about this woman. She is like the grandniece of Jezebel, but she left Tyra. There's a whole story about her. I gotta go to work. I will get onto this because this has led me back to the Jews. This is what I'm saying. Trust, trust, trust. If you need more validation, more confirmation, um, your prayers are heard. My prayers are heard. That's, I don't even know how to explain it. I just think anybody who's walking this journey, you do truly humble yourself and know how amazing it is. Like, you are truly loved. I don't know. And God is going to use those he loves to prove that his existence is real, that this mother's here, the spirit's here, to prove that there is a higher power, there is a creator, and the creation, which you shall respect and love. So, okay, we're gonna leave it on that. I will get back to Eliza, and then we'll have to go into all the other scripture that came to me. Um, I don't know if I said, if you're new to my channel, I am kind of random. I do what's given to me. Scripture is given to me, so I will speak on it, and then I do readings, and I just kind of go with the flow. I do a whole bunch. I do what spirit gives me and what I'm told to speak on. I don't have like one view necessarily, because new information comes constantly. Um, but the overall is the sun's return and the waking up to that fact, I guess. And that's kind of why what the journey is about, is to understanding spirit's real and here and will use you. So I guess we've always said it was never about your counterpart. I mean, in a sense, yes, but no. It's what spirit is going to use you and your counterpart to do for all of us. So have a great day. Much love.